The number of Americans filing first-time unemployment benefits is falling compared to this time last week. The Labor Department says 411,000 Americans filed new jobless claims. That is down 7,000 claims from the previous week. The decline comes just a week after the U.S. economy experienced an unexpected spike in initial unemployment claims. In total, more than 14.8 million Americans are still receiving some form of unemployment assistance nationwide. Joining us now for more on this week's jobs numbers is Greg McBride. He's the chief financial analyst at Bankrate. Hi, Greg. Welcome. What do these unemployment numbers mean for the current state of the country's economic recovery?
Well, Tanya, the progress that we had been seeing has slowed a bit. I wouldn't read too much into that at this point. The big picture is we have seen significant improvement, and the continuing claims number is the lowest. It was down again this week, and it is the lowest since March of 2020, just at the very onset of the pandemic. So big picture is still good, even if the progress has slowed a bit with the last 2 weeks initial claim filings jumping above that 400,000 threshold.
And these job numbers are higher than economists had projected. It's also the second consecutive week that new unemployment claims have surpassed 400,000. Is that any cause for concern?
Not at this point, because we're seeing pretty minor fluctuations week to week. I mean, we did have 2 weeks below 400,000 beginning at the end of May. But now for the last 2 weeks, we've hopscotched back above the 400,000 threshold. But each of these numbers is subject to revision the following week, as we've seen. And the changes that we've seen, up or down, have been pretty minor. So I don't think there's a new trend afoot as much as we've just seen a little bit of the slowing of the progress. But the outlook going forward this summer, very, very positive with the economy roaring back as it is.
And as you're aware, 26 states across the country are ending or have already ended extra federal unemployment benefits early. According to Indeed Hiring Lab, there is actually less job searching activity going on in the 12 states that have already cut pandemic-related assistance program. Is that surprising to you?
Yeah, this is a topic where there's a lot of debate for sure, and we're going to know a lot more a month from now than I think we know now. Even then, it probably might not resolve the debate. But yeah, we do have an improving economy. The job market does kind of lag behind that a little bit. So I would expect we'd see further improvement across states over the coming weeks and months. Again, the debate's going to go on about those that ended unemployment assistance early relative to those that didn't. But I think the big picture is we're moving in the right direction across the board.
And New York and California have now lifted all coronavirus restrictions. What impact, if any, do you think this had on this week's jobless claims?
It may not have had much impact yet, but that's the type of thing that is really big for the economy. I mentioned how the job market lags behind the economic improvement. Those economies reopening, that's going to be huge. You've already got people traveling to California, and that hadn't been able to travel there for better part of 15 months. That type of boost to economic activity puts money in people's pockets. That's what gets jobs created and people hired. I think we've got to wait a little bit longer for that to show up in the numbers.
Right, Greg McBride, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your financial insight.
Thanks, Tanya.